Well, we had some sessions this weekend just to videotape some stuff for you guys. I appreciate you guys being here and everyone that comes, and hopefully the rest of the club will be watching this later. It's going to be an interesting session. This is for defending the main subject, but it's not just for defenders. If anybody in the field that wants to steal the ball from someone, how you can actually create the pressure cover situations when you're pressing in the forward to midfield to defense. We're going to be covering some sessions, and you guys, I would appreciate it. That you guys, take some notes about the sessions that we're going to be posting. Okay, I'm going to start before we go into some of the sessions. We're going to be a couple questions that came to me, guys, is about goal kicks. Okay, how do we set up? Number one is when a keeper puts the ball in this side, we want the keeper to, of course, to kick it to that side, so we need to be sliding that way, and like we're going to be getting the ball in that area, right? We're going to be sliding that way. Even the outside mid from this side can slide, this guy slides, and if we had a forward up there, like attacking midfield forward, they need to be here, another forward, maybe even behind that area. But we slide to the side of the ball, so we win the fight in this area. You understand? Most of the time, that's what we're going to be kind of shooting for, right? And a question, of course, comes, so Daji, like, how about if you wanted to possess the ball and get out defense? So when you make an obvious adjustments like this, keeper is ready to take it, and one of them backs up, that's going to take a lot of attention, right? They are going to see this coming, and they're going to be coming that way. So it's always good to, just because we are playing with a three-back system, that doesn't mean we can't look different in the back of the defense. So watch this now. So right back can go back here, left back can go back here, and then one of the defenders can come back here. The defensive midfielders, I mean, one of the midfielders can come back here, right here. Now these guys can back up just a little bit. So if the goalie passes to here, you have an immediate triangle option all over the place. Same thing with the opposite side. Bomb, you got a wide option and you got a through ball option. So bomb. We just respond to what they give us. So if he passes it to here and pressure comes, you can easily give a drop. Obviously this guy is coming too. So, you can drop back and go for a through ball, open the game. This guy is gone. We release the ball wide and we're in attack position. Do you understand? So you can set up the goal kicks like this, like your fullback defender system, even though we play with a 3. When we're going to be possessing the ball, you can do this shape right here. Does that make sense? So if you do this though, you can go as wide as you can. You can go close if you want. You can even be inside the box, right, with the new rules. But the bottom line is, this is what we want to make sure that you guys understand. If the player passes to here, we need to give options, but it doesn't have to go out from here, because sometimes when we get the ball here, that could be, you look up that way, like you're going to pass the ball that way. That could take the attention of the blue teams pressing this way. That could be a good time to drop it back to keeper, so the keeper open it back to the opposite side and we get out quick. Does that make sense? If you have any questions about the goal kick, let me know. I'm just waiting for some concerned questions about the goal kick. Do you see that, how the two ways of doing it, the long ball, a goal kick, and what else do we do if we wanted to do a short kick with the ball? Good question. What's the difference if a center back takes it? In the first option, what we talked about, everybody sliding, we do the same exact thing, right? So if the center back is taking it, we just need to make sure we slide that way, same way. And if you're going to do a short one, the center back doesn't have to take it. The reason that a goalie doesn't take it, because he doesn't have the kick, right? Or he's injured or something. So, but if the goalie is in there, they can always do the short pass. But if the center back is going to be taking the goal kick, obviously we're going to be sliding that way again, like we're going to be defending that up there, as well as the forwards checking in, and the forward is ready for the next run. So they do slide to this area, even if the center back is taking it. That's a good question though, Dylan. Well done. Anything else, guys? Any other question about, hey Hector, any other question about the goal kicks? This is an important one because we struggle. Sometimes our goal kicks are the worst thing about our defense, right? Like we kick it and then we end up kicking it back to the forward, and they start an attack right away, and then they score a goal. It's almost like I'd rather have them take a corner kick than a goal kick because our goal kicks are horrible. But this is the plan, right? The short pass or the long ball. Symbolizing it. Obviously, the coaches or me as a coach for my team, I can have different options, but that's the simple two plans that you're gonna have to have. Good question. Ajit says how to handle high pressure. So let's just say we set up to do a short pass. Do you remember, like we almost look like a 4-defender system if you wanted a short pass, right? We do this, and we, you know, wherever we're gonna be going, we just need to make sure we create like triangles, outside mid here, outside mid here, right? And so how do we create this with the high pressure? So what if they come in so high and they're like blocking every short pass that we have? It's simple, Ajit. At that point, go back to the long one. Tell them to push up. That's the easiest one. Just, okay, I don't want to do a short one because, you know, they're pressing really high. So I'm going to do a long one. So set up the way we do. Or allowing the player to go inside the box, a short pass to the defender, and the pressure is going to be coming, right? So this is when it's risky. This is when you can pull them out and do a long ball over their defensive line to where we want to set up. So if the short ball comes, everybody should be showing up in behind the line up there because he's going to go for a long ball. You can do that too. But I would prefer, if you're under pressure, high pressure like this, and you want to take a short one, you tell the goalie tells and the defender tells, let's do a long one, because that's the high pressure up there. Unless you are Barcelona, and even Barcelona end up getting scored on 4 goals under high pressure against Paris Saint-Germain in Paris. They couldn't get out. When Paris Saint-Germain stepped with 3 forwards and 2 attacking midfields behind them, pressing high, they stole the ball a lot from the defenders. So when you recognize this many people pressing you, just tell the goalie to say, okay guys, just get up. I'm going to do a long one, okay? So set up that way. Does that make sense? All right. I'm gonna be going to some of the sessions we worked on, so we can actually cover some of these guys. Please pay attention. I'm gonna pull up the volume while we're speaking. This is an exercise, guys, for intercepting tackles. So like when somebody's doing a through ball between 2 players, or they passing it away from you, how do you reach and stop the pass, and how do you tackle as well? So this is an exercise for both legs, both feet. If you realize, this is a couple things is good about this. One, you learned the proper technique, and we've been working on that. Hit your heel to the ground, toe up, put your body weight behind the ball. So if you tackle the player and he goes through, you can, protect your knee, right? Protect your ankles, protect your knee if you put your whole body behind the tackle. 2, a lot of players are only good at 1-foot tackles. They can only tackle with their right foot, and this is going to help you and get your right and left foot stronger with your tackles. It's a good exercise. It's a simple exercise. It looks very easy, but it's not. So I want you guys to, if you have any questions, ask. Please start writing it down. So 1 cone, you leave 1 foot behind the cone. If you can't hear me, let me know. Let's see. Okay guys, so in this exercise, for defenders, proper tackle,
and away from them. What you do is you put your left foot first behind the cone. Your left foot is standing on the ground. It cannot be moving. And I'm going to pass it away from his right foot. So he's going to hit his heel to the ground and toe up and proper tackle his body weight on it. When I do this, he's going to block the pass and give it back. And again, he pushes there and 5 times. We're going to reach. Don't move your left foot at all. That's it. Very good. Don't move your left foot at all. Very good. It's a blocking. And then once you're done with 5, we're going to go to the opposite side and blocking. Very good. And blocking. Very good. And so just a workout, just an exercise. Very good. All right, let's go.
All right. So right here, if you can see this exercise, now that Gilberto taught us how to do the slow motion, we go a little bit slower motion right here. So the idea with that, when you're putting your tackle, you need to put your whole body weight under your shoulder, like put your whole body weight to the cleats and the heel area, so you can protect your leg as well. So when you're reaching to a ball, a sudden movement, like somebody passed the ball away, you need to tackle that ball. A lot of players, unfortunately, they reach with the toe down and it slips away, or they can't control the ball properly. So if you're cutting and intercepting the tackle, you need to make sure that you do it properly. Look, he's reaching, putting his body weight behind it. That's one. Let's see. Another one, he's putting his body weight behind. Very good. And you can see Rafa is exercising in the back too as well. He's doing it. Well done. And then one more time, let's see, look at that body weight behind the tackle. All right, any questions about this one? And you got to do left 5 times, right 5 times, and you're going to pass to the other player. Okay, and if you just mom and dad doing this, try to pass it way away from, sometimes challenge them, way away reach. You need to keep one foot on the ground the whole time, the other foot only tackles. Oh yeah, they are good kids. They are like the pro players. They are always trying to make themselves better. I appreciate Rafa working on that as well. Any questions about this, guys? All right, any questions about this? So this one is a proper tackle, slide tackle. So I want you to, if you can hear it, when you're falling to if you're gonna slide tackle with your right foot, most of you guys are righties, you have to fall to your left thigh and left hand. Okay, left thigh and left hand. You're gonna fall down, so you can slow down your fall, and so you're not gonna hurt yourself as bad when you're falling down.
Left thigh needs to slide to this way.
And
to be able.
Do you see that how I fell to my side, not sitting on my butt? If you go straight behind, then you show cleats and you get red cards, and you don't necessarily properly pass the ball to area. Do you see one hand up, one leg, the tackling foot is straight, the other one is closed to protect yourself, and my ankle is locked, so I'm only hitting the ball. If I close my ankle in the process, I could get the player as well in the process, and I could get injured, he can get injured. We don't want to do that. One hand, my left hand was on the ground, as well as at the same time with my left hand.
If you fall down back, you're not going to be able to have a clear hit. So when you fall like this, close this leg, and this leg hits it. Left piece, exactly opposite side, you fall to this side.
Do you see that fall? One hand up, one hand on the floor, my thigh and my hand land at the same time to protect my body, and my shoulder is leaning towards the player, so that gives the player a push too, so it protects you guys. And this is a proper slide tackle. See, like my foot is locked, ankle is locked again, it's hitting the ball. I have actually in my professional career saved a lot of goals or balls from going out, and I even scored a goal and assisted a goal from a slide tackle. I don't usually recommend slide tackles all the time. I know a lot of defenders like it, but standing on your feet is better. But if you're gonna do it to save a goal, to cross a ball, save the ball from going out. This is the proper way to do it.
And you hit it from here. This is always close. Why this is close? Some players go like this. If I get the ball, I'm protected here. I got shin guards. The moment I get the ball, if the guys come in, the first place is gonna land after my foot is here. Your foot is here, that's when you get injuries. You understand? So this, always this. So slide and hit. Okay? Let's see. Side by side. Go! Slide. Not bad. Go! Left side. Slide. Not bad. Never lift up your toes. You show your cleats. Referee and hit. By side. Go!
Now I want to do this slow motion. This is not bad. It's not perfect. It's not perfectly what I want to see. But it's important that Ahmed is at least, he did not bring his right foot all the way up, which could protect him even more. But the best thing about this is he is falling down to his left hand and left thigh.
Right. Not bad. Go!
Okay, one more time. Let's make it a little bit slower there. Let's go a little bit further. All right, right there is good. Watch again. It's going, falling to his side. I would say the only thing I don't like about this, he got too close to the ball. He could have been sliding from here. He just doesn't want to get hurt. But honestly, it's the proper way if you need to be sliding, because visualizing this ball is almost going to go out or almost going to go in. You're trying to save it. So you only do a slide tackle to a ball. You can't reach otherwise. I hope you heard that. Do a slide tackle to a ball. You can't reach otherwise. Okay. So let's see the next one with the lefty. So session goes, the righties, where they switch around, they go one time, one of them, one time the other one, and the other side, the lefties, they switch, and then you rotate them. These guys are going now. Let's see. That's not bad. The only thing is bad about this is he's completely turning. He's not stopping. He's not falling to his right. So he's turning right here. We can't really see it from, but him turning like that something can catch on the floor and you can break a foot, ankle, you can break your leg even. So you want to make sure that's why you fall to your side to do it properly. So the next one right here, Rafa is, I apologize, Rafa. He's not a defender, so I'm not going to be upset with him, but I'm explaining something. Don't show cleats. I'm saying here, don't show cleats. You want to make sure you lock your ankle, right? So let's see this next one. Make sure you slide tackle with the showing only your laces to the player, not your cleats. And we can go back to that. I want to seriously see Rafa's right here real quick. They're going. He goes straight back. Do you see how many injuries could have been happening here? He's not protecting his body. The player, if Ahmed went all the way, there is no protection at all. So it's really important that you guys do the right thing up there. It's important that you fall to your side, your one hand first and the other one. So let's go back to the normal and what I'm explaining right here to the players.
Straight. Not bad. Go. Left side. Straight. Not bad. Never lift up your toes. You show your cleats. Referee, like the guy asks, well, the guy is Iron Robin, next close out of the World Cup. Okay? So you want to make sure that you don't show any cleats. This. No, see that's left guard. Yes. One like this. This is where if you're gonna hit the guy, it's gonna hit. This hits, that card. You're out. You understand what I did? Alright.
Yeah, if you do that. Go straight. Do you see that right there? If Ahmed was going full speed, he steps all over his legs. He needs to lean to the side. He needs to protect his body, and that's the key thing. Any questions about slide tackles? All right, guys. The next session is important for 2 versus 1 defending. The first step is just one offensive player. So you can actually kind of start doing the right communication with the center backs, or in the midfield, the center mids, forwards. Everybody needs to learn how to do pressure cover, right? So in this case, it's working on 2 different things. One, this player, offensive player, receiving the ball, turning his back to, he's facing his own goal, his back to our goal. So a lot of players in Gala, unfortunately, we keep warning them about, and I used to yell at a lot of defenders too, a ball is coming, bouncing, the player doesn't have the ball yet, go win the first ball. You do not have to wait for him to get that ball, okay? You try to win the first ball. If the player wins the ball, and he's able to turn his face to you, that's when the backing up and doing zonal defense starts. I hope you heard that. So that's when the whole thing starts. Just in case you can't hear me, there is a big grid about 20 yards from each other. This cone is about 5 yards in here. So from the opposite side cone to here, about 16 yards. There is a goal on this side somewhere. The whole drill is about 25-30 yards. But like I said, 20 yards here. About from here, from the goal, 20 yards. He's receiving the ball, 1 defender here and 1 defender back there somewhere. And you'll see the explanation again. But if that wasn't clear, ask me questions.
All right, let's see the setup. It's a grid. Orange cones. Orange cones, and there's a yellow cone up there for defenders start. And there's a goal in the center. I'll say from this cone to that cone, throw a far cone up there. It's about 15 yards. Right? And that one is about 4 yards in.
I'll say I think it's about 20 yards.
We're going to try to defend.
I was meaning this one.
You need to make sure you don't give him an easy shot. So the first purpose of this drill is when the pass is coming to Ahmed, if Hector can get to the ball first, he can try to win it. A lot of our players in the game, when the pass is coming to the forwards, they kind of back up before they even challenge the play. We don't want that. We're going to challenge, try to win it, try to give him a push and win it, and win the ball. But that's when the offensive player is working on this. The forward and attacking midfield strength is different than a center mid. This is a hard place for any player to move around. So when you put this hand in here, okay? Yeah, it's not easy, yeah. So when I'm giving you this step flow, when I'm doing this, it's okay. Once I turn and get in position of the ball, he's gonna have to get into defense position. To give me this goal. Okay, so you're gonna repeat, that's it. So this is back, a little bit more here. You're gonna go, no, you on it is good. Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, okay. So when I beat the guy, he's gonna come in and he's gonna be running back, covering the defender. So I do this, he's gonna come and constantly go. I see a shot, you don't want to give me a shot. Do you understand the idea? Alright, let's try.
Do you guys understand how the session's supposed to go like? So you're gonna try to 1 versus 1. First you're trying to go beat the guy yourself, and we're gonna go to this. After we do this for a while, we go to the second section. I'll give you an explanation of this to communicate 2 versus 2 defense, communication and cover. This is about communication and cover, like when do you say step, when do you say not. So pay attention to this part.
It becomes my job, I need to communicate. So if TJ is defending that guy, and let's just say pass the ball to Ahmed beat him this way. So I'm like, I got it. You need to start running. I need to start leading him back. But look, this is too close. I would have got beat here. If he did any quick move, I'm done. Doesn't matter how good. I could be back in the day when I was healthy and fast. If I'm this close, you still beat me. Doesn't matter how good I was. You cannot give this kind of closeness to a player. When you have full control of the ball, you gotta back up from here so you can see. And I'm low and ready to go. Does that make sense?
So did you guys hear that?
My job, I need to closeness to a player. When you have full control of the ball, you gotta back up from here.
So now right here, that position right here, how I'm waiting for him is critical. This, look at my eye on the ball, but I'm looking at the middle so I can see his body language and what kind of move he can do. So if I just look at the ball, he can trick me, right? So I need to see the ball, but I need to see his body too. I need to see his legs, his arms. So you kind of look in the middle so you can actually have a good option. So if he beats me this way, I'm still running that way. If he goes that way, I'm going to be able to move forward. If I steal it, I'm going to be able to move forward, but sideways, low, ready. If you stand tall, you're going to be an easy target to beat. Do you understand? Oh, this is where I was talking about. The sharing the communication and sharing the work rate. A lot of players, unfortunately, especially when they play D-mid, they're running all over the place because defense doesn't want to step. So I'm going to show you this before we start this. I'm going to show you something right here. So in the game, a 3-back system, right? Let's put some of the players back. Okay, let's put some of the players back. Let's just say this player got the ball, this player pressed, and this player, let's just got caught up there, right? So the pass comes to this player. He has a lot of space, and he's trying to run, make it. This is the stupidest thing. So if one of the players steps to him, you can actually slide and reshape. You can recover from here. You can even recover for a defense, but you can recover from here. Now we're in a good shape. This guy comes back to center. This guy comes back to defense position. So you want to make sure that you don't share, like in this case, the same idea but different perspective. Let's just go with this. So 3-back system, and this player is here. He's pressing with this guy, and the pass goes to here. And this guy is running. TJ is running, trying to make it. And this guy is not doing anything because he's like, oh, okay, TJ is going to get it. But by the time TJ makes it, this guy can shoot the ball, move it, and shoot the ball, or see a key pass. Like if somebody's making a run behind your defense, he has a lot of space and time to find that pass one-on-one with the keeper. We do not want to give them that time and pass. So you need to be able to understand, you step, and he covers here, and you can cover the center back. Or you can cover the center back right here. Or you can cover here, and the defender can come back here. Or we see the right mid can come back to the center position too. But we can cover each other with that perspective. We want to make sure that you guys understand that, and D-mid is the same thing, right? If we're dealing with 2 D-mids in the area, let's bring the guy back, and the defense back to the position. If you guys are flat, that allows the through ball, right? And this is the most dangerous ball anybody can go through the center. We do not want that. So if you're defending this guy, you need to make sure you're deeper here, right? And that's not going to allow, even if he gives a pass through ball, you're still here. You can challenge the guy right away, right? So when the ball comes to here though, don't wait for this guy to step all the way up there. You step and you come back. So this next session, it can be used for center mids, it can be used for center backs, it could be used for forwards. So this movement right here is important. Everybody comes back to more compact, central, and this is what we should be looking like. Understood? All right, so let's see the session and what we talk about right here.
Interesting about this. So if I'm defending him like this, and pass goes up there, and I'm running, right? I'm running. How much energy do you have to do the next thing now? 1, big point. 2, big point.
So you might not hear me up here because of the mask. What I'm saying is, even if I make all the way up there, run all the way up there, because I'm sprinting, if I steal the balls from this guy, how much energy do I have to give the next pass or dribble forward. When I made all this run and get it. Okay, so that's actually like kind of not smart to do that kind of running all over the place. And for a forward to do like all over the place, he just needs to make sure he presses two players, but he needs to work with the other players that can cover the pressure cover. So, and we create triangles with the offensive pressure, the midfield pressure, even the defensive pressure in defense.
If you slide and win this, what is the situation looking like? Versus, go up there, Papa.
Watch this.
You guys gonna do it? I'm gonna be you.
So 2 versus 2 in the midfield.
If the pass comes here, if I'm going, I am moving forward.
Yeah, you see that? Me, the second defender, sees the pass coming. He's just moving forward. And now, if he steals that ball, he's able to move with the ball and comfortably because he's already facing forward. He should already have some ideas where their forwards are, and he can start a counterattack. Versus this guy is fighting all over the place, and he doesn't necessarily see what's going on, and doesn't necessarily see the space, and he's not in a good body positioning.
Oh, I am nothing but moving forward. I'm starting an attack right away. Versus you running this way and that way, right? This is why our defenders sometimes fails you when you play defensive mid. Because if we actually do those live sessions more and more, I would have stepped on the subject of this. Why is Ahmet and TJ running from one side to another? If TJ is cut up there, Ahmet is running from here, send one of the defenders to that guy so you can jog back and be in the center. You don't have to cover 40 yards. Well, we never got to that. Tactical wise, right? What is the best thing about this?
All right, you guys understand this? Please make comments about this. This is an important subject. We fail a lot with this. We fail a lot with this. Like in the games, like we don't share the players. Like we make one guy do the work, and we don't do the work. We don't share the load with him. So it's important that you guys understand this. This is a really important subject actually we're covering tonight. Please ask some questions. Coaches, you can ask some questions too. Or comments. You can make comments. This is important. This is good. I like this idea. Whatever. Like you just so we can interact with each other. Thank you guys. I'm waiting for 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Please write down some stuff. I've been asking you guys to take notes and ask some questions. Please do so. Well, you're gonna get to see the drill now. Like we're gonna see the session, how it really works. I'll just explain what you're supposed to do, but you're gonna get to see the session now. Ask a question, guys. I'm gonna play this. Watch this, please. So he wins the first ball. He turns. Now he's defending. All right, stop. So are you listening to the language they're using? I got step. I got cover. Mine. I got it. You know, all those languages are very important. So you can share the player's load, so he doesn't have to run all over the place. So right here, do you see the moment the pass goes to the other side? If you man mark the guy, it becomes an easy through ball. But if you go deeper and worry about where the ball is instead, you're gonna be more successful. Okay, and this is definitely not an English or like the usual Washington State style, because they love man marking, they love offside traps. But like this is what the world plays. Okay, so like yes, you can man mark in some areas, but you gotta do also zonal to cover the central area. Okay, watch this. When he goes straight deeper, yes, we leave this guy open, but we're not giving them the goal. Because he can man mark, and if Rafa is quicker and smarter than this guy, and you guys are both flat, and one through ball, and he uses strength or speed, he's gone. It's a goal. So we could discuss about, oh, you should have marked him better, versus he doesn't have a choice anymore. Does that make sense? Like we are actually deep enough. He passes back. Look at that. Right away, he steps, he doesn't give him the moving forward, he has to move to the side again. Oh.
Nice. Good. Good. Back up. Good. Good. Hold on. Hold on.
Now you see that the moment he steps, he's backing up, he's deep now. Okay.
Nice. Good.
Ball goes, he goes deep.
Good. Hold on. Hold on.
Beautiful. So do you understand? It's just not giving them the center. That's the whole purpose of the drill. Okay? Not giving them the center. But one thing cool about this session is trying to win the first ball first. So you're working on a couple different things. A player who's facing his own goal, how does he receive the ball? Arm on the player, outside his foot, right? And then what do you do after that? Right? So look, this is the wrong foot, by the way. He should have been blocking it with the right leg and right hand, blocking the player, and touch the ball with his left. That would be more proper, okay? But he touched it that way, he touched it away, that's fine. He's leading him outside. Do you see the body language? I would have preferred that TJ is a little bit lower. I think will be better for him. Hector's stand is good. He is aware of where Ahmed is, but he's more worried about the ball, because if TJ gets beat, he can go in hard and win the ball right away, right? And how quickly he's running back is just not giving them the center, okay? All right, watch this one. It's the same session. And like he's ready to go, still try to steal the first ball, but if the player touches it and gets the ball in front of him, of course it's gonna be touches it good. See the communication problem? Do you see they're confused? This is a bad problem. It's still you, but one of them should have taken charge at that point, because Ahmed is in the clear now. So Rafa did not read that fact that the defense was confused. They were both stepping to the player. That's when you make a run behind or a diagonal run, and Ahmed releases the ball, you're right away behind the defensive line. Watch this again, the hesitation of the communication problem of the defenders. So, question. When Shamli here, so the ball goes to here, how close it is, you can see that it's about 4 or 5 yards. Shamli is the closer player there. So they're already kind of flat right here, so Shamli should be taking it, right? Or not? What do you think? Should they switch then? Should TJ step and Shamli come back? And whose communication problem is it? And who should be the one to communicate loud and clear? TJ in the back that is in the cover, or Shamli, in the front? While we're waiting, I can.
Good.
Ava, well done. TJ in the back, he sees that he's way far from the ball. Maybe Shamli is not aware. So TJ should be really loud. You got it, it's yours. So, that could be because the players, the two players, when they get the ball right here, watch this. They're too close to each other. Like they're about 5 yards from each other. So Shamli is there. Shamli should have made the call too. But TJ should be the one to lead him, because TJ is aware how far he is. He's not gonna make it on time and give Shamli enough time to recover. So it's important that the player here needs to be the one. The player here needs to be the one talking, and the player here should be seeing it, because he's that close to the ball. Why backing up at that point? If they're far from each other, like he's not gonna make it. The whole idea is this: if you're not gonna make it, that's when you let the other player step. If you're not gonna make it on time, even if you think that you're smart enough to know the other player has a better chance to block that pass, long ball, or a shot. So you need to let him take over. But in this case, Shamli is already there. He should have recognized it. But let's see what else happens in here. Now they switched. That was good. See that? I love TJ's work rate. Absolutely amazing. Because the moment, and I like that Shamli here is showing, cover me. Right? He's talking. The constant talking. So Shamli is going to step and TJ is going to be sprinting back deep. Alright. So I'm going to ask a question. Like a lot of you guys, when we do this, Shamli is here, stepping to the player, and TJ would have been in the flat line. And this happens to our D-mids a lot. If the two players right here is in the flat line. So if Rafa takes on Shamli here, he got beat and Rafa is gone. You understand that? So let's just say Ryan and Ramon in the all four teams, if they are always flat like this, when one of them gets beat, the player beats them both. If the center backs, let's just say Kylie, you're playing with Riley, let's just say, and in the back, and if one of you guys get beat, both of you get beat. So this is why TJ being here, look, the first player who was defending Rafa, who couldn't shoot the ball, was TJ. And then a good slide tackle, he got the player after that, but that's the whole idea. So I want you guys to watch this area right here. We're going to do a slow motion right here real quick. The confusion, let's pass the confusion state. Alright. So now this. He doesn't have an opening. Look, the only reason Rafa does not beat Shamli here, because Shamli's body positioning is not correct. So Rafa is looking down to even nutmeg the player and wants to beat the player. Do you see that? Shamli is facing both legs, facing both shoulders to Rafa. Rafa is looking down to beat him. But then Rafa sees TJ ready to go. So the moment Rafa beats him, TJ would be going hard. So Rafa is a smart player. He sees that, he cuts back. And this right here, look, now TJ is halfway. TJ's body positioning is correct. So if he gets beat, he's going to be able to recover. He's going to be able to run back. And it's the best body positioning possible. Okay. I'm going to read something real quick in here. Ava, yes, good. -1 for your comment. And same with Kylie. Well done. Both of you guys, well done. All right. So right here, watch again. Body positioning. TJ is leading him to the center. TJ is running back. Let's see how Shamli steps to the player now. Look. How does he step to the player? Is he going sideways, or he's running straight with his body? What makes it easy for Rafa to beat him this time? He's going straight in. Oh, he can't run. See that? He's trying to hold him because he has to turn around to run. Do you see that problem? So when you're sideways, when he does that move, if he does that move, look, like TJ's body positioning, if you do a move and beat him, you're still running that way. So it's a foot race now. But versus if you're going to a player to tackle them, both legs going straight in like that, you better win that ball because you're just about to get beat. Watch this carefully now. Good defense by TJ. Shamli, for a center back, for a college player, he should not be going straight in like that and be an easy target. But thank God Rafa doesn't have a quick shot because TJ is in the right position. And TJ is backing up, but good thing about Shamli, he's not giving up. He's coming back And him coming back is actually helping. Look, TJ is sliding just in case he took a shot there. And I love this passion right here. Even though the reason it's a foul, again, what do we say? You do not go straight both legs. If he went from the sideways, he would have given him a little push. He would have given him a push, and he wouldn't have got the feet, and it wouldn't look like a foul. Does that make sense? Make some comments about that. I hope you guys understand it. TJ's outstanding body positioning, and the recovery is outstanding there. Like absolutely doing everything right. And like unfortunately guys, like a lot of times we get caught like flat. I hate this part, but right here, look at that. Easy target. Nutmeg all day. I would have nutmegged him right there if I was playing. So like look at the way that he's going there, but he's slowing down. He's smart. He doesn't want to jump in. He just keeps a distance sideways. He makes him go. And he's, look at that, work rate. Work rate. And if he wasn't there, Rafa is a clear shot. Absolutely outstanding defensive performance. Absolutely outstanding. All right. So TJ is the one that covering. The tall guy is Shamli. But when you can get it, like when we're talking about who's stepping and who's not. All right. So I hope there's more comments, but like I'll wait for a couple things. Right here, one of the players asked me, so you know, offensive player, right? When they're receiving the ball, what if they're dealing with a player like you know, Hector? He's vicious, right? He wants to go through. He wants to win that ball, and you haven't faced the player yet, because remember what we said. Once you, like the player, the offensive player receiving the ball facing his own goal, when he touches it away and turns his face to you, that's when you need to back up, because he has a full control of the ball, so you need to defend that. But sometimes the defender is so close you can't turn right away. So what do you do extra in that situation? Watch this now. This is an important one for an extra space to be able to face the player.
Right? And now I'm stepping. So if I touch my foot, next touch, I did this, and my next touch goes this way, you don't know if he's coming in hard, right? You might lose that pass. So you make sure that if you know the pressure of the body is coming, pull one more time, face him, and now you can do a quick move and beat the guy. Does that make sense?
Do you see that? Like when I'm facing him, he's coming, pull it one more time, and now face him and quick movement. That will allow you to have more space and time. This is a good one for forwards, good one for midfielders to deal with. Another pull, and if you guys realize I'm pulling it away.
And now you can do a quick move.
So let's go here a little bit slow motion. A lot of you guys are gonna do this and you're gonna pull it to the side. I know it because this is what I deal with every practice. So watch this. The player is right around here. He's coming, like you see. I push the ball from where? Let's go back a little bit. Oh, why does not do that? All right. So he touches it away. Arm on the player. He touches it away. So where is the player? The player is where my shadow is, right here. So we need to keep pulling the ball away from that player. If you pull it here, if you pull it there, you're not going to be able to beat the player, right? So you need to do where? He's coming from there where my shadow is. I pull it away even more. Now I get to face the player, and now I can do any move I want. I did an in and out, and I beat the player right there, and it's easy, right? This is important for all positions. So in this drill, I didn't get a really good video to do this one, but so the setup is this. There's a defender inside, there's a offensive player outside, there's a defender inside, and there's an offensive player out there. I'm receiving the ball from one forward, and I'm turning it the other way, but I'm looking for through balls. So the defenders are working on, like, opposite side needs to go deep so they can pressure cover. The one that I'm moving towards needs to kind of step towards me so it doesn't give me that option. But when you're running back, you also need to cover the center because that's where the through balls happen. For an offensive perspective, when I touch it opposite foot, I'm open the game. That allows the players to see through balls. So you're working on both sides.
There's actually two ways. We're going to be working on defenders, and we're going to be working on center mid movement. And outside forwards, how to do diagonal runs. Center mid first start we worked on it a couple of weeks ago in a couple of the sessions. So when the ball comes from the right outside, you touch the opposite side. Okay? So the moment you do that, you're going to try to find the through ball right away, right? If you guys are in straight, I don't know why he straight run every time, why he's so excited to go that way, because he's going to be offside. So this is when we try to teach you guys how to go diagonal towards the shoulder of the player. If the ball comes from that way, the moment I catch it this way, opposite defender needs to be sprinting back. Why? Because if I get that pass, TJ should be the one to deal with that. Because you have to worry about me. Does that make sense? So, again, we're going to pass the ball to me. I press it here. That's it. You went deep enough. I took.
This right here, if Shamli got caught flat.
Because you have to worry about me. So, again, we're going to pass the ball to me. I press it here.
Now, again, Shamli really needs to work on his body positioning, but the fact that he's doing the right work, he's going back. See, like, the problem in here, I'm going to show you again, Shamli, I'm calling you on a lot, but see, he got caught again, both shoulders and legs facing me. If he was sideways running back, he would have been quicker. But he started turning his body around here, so that ball went through easy. If the left player is running fast, he's gone. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Okay? Do you guys understand that? It's very important that you guys understand that. It's really important how you body shape and do the right thing up there. Now I'm going to show the player examples. Good. All right. Look, like, now Shamli's run versus TJ's run. Is TJ facing the player and wasting time, or this player is stepping to the player? And where's TJ? Deeper than both the players and covering the ball. Like maybe I should think about putting TJ in defense. Like, this is absolutely high level D1 level defensive work from TJ. He's going back, he's still looking at the ball, you see that? And a long ball comes, Shamli is running back, which is good, and he's there. Header can be better. When he sees Shamli here, if he just hit the ball to Shamli wide, Shamli could start an attack. But that's one of the other issues that we face sometimes, right? You just head it just to head it. You need to know where to head it, right? That's fine. The defensive work was outstanding. TJ just lost the D1 scholarship because of the header he just did. So now Shamli should be stepping a little bit higher to give a pressure cover, but he's more worried about the guy here. He needs to be worried about the guy with the ball first, in this case, in the central areas. Alright, now Shamli's body positioning is a little bit better now. Look, that's better, right? Sideways. That's gonna allow Shamli now. But he's running opposite side. That's fine. He's still running back. And not fast enough, right? Because if Shamli actually ran from here straight back this way, like that's why you turn your body, right? He would have probably made that pass quicker. But he turned his whole body to turn and run. So that doesn't allow him to be deep enough. Shamli's gonna be really mad at me that I called him on all of this stuff, but you gave it to me. Shamli, one thing good about it is you gave yourself a lot to work on to make yourself an outstanding defender, because look at this size. He's 6'4". He's a giant defender. Like, if he learns this stuff, there is no way like anybody can beat this guy. Like, it's hard, to deal with a defender that size already. But if he learns how to properly defend, he'll be even better. So I think that's why he's coming to these. Let's go with the normal speed right here and watch this one more time. Good. Not a good header. Alright, he's leading him. Pass goes back. Pressure cover. He's going deep. Not deep enough, not fast enough, but still not bad. We have some new stuff coming in our Gala page, guys. All our videos are here, all your workouts. I want to see some of you guys really starting to send some of the videos. Good news is this stage 2, I'm hoping that in a couple weeks that's gonna start. We're gonna be able to start doing 5-a-side training sessions. If you're not registered, you cannot be joining those sessions, but if you're registered, you can. And 5-a-side trainings are gonna start, and then stage 3 we can do some team trainings. We just need to separate the teams in different areas, and then final stage we're gonna go back to normal soccer and we're gonna be playing the league. All right. Any questions about the stuff that we work on? I'm gonna go back to this screen to take questions. That's a good question. Gilberto is asking, when a center back steps because the player is coming with the ball, let's just say we got caught and this guy is dribbling from the center with the ball. When he steps, they are going to be closing the gap right here, and neither of them going to be deeper. But if some reason, let's just say situation is like this. Some reason, if the ball goes to this guy, he passes here and he still wants to step to that guy, then the back guy can go a little bit deeper. So he can have a better view of what's coming from the back post to what's coming from here. And obviously this guy can come back to center. Does that answer your question, Gilberto? So when the 3-back system, usually if it's in the center, when he steps, all you have to do is like you cover the center more compact. So you don't give them the center area, you make them go wide. Yeah, Joe, like, you need to get used to, as a defensive player, and even as a forward or midfielder, you need to start, especially in the pressure cover situation, you need to start defending the player sideways. Anywhere in the field. This is not just for defenders. This is the problem with a lot of our Washington State players, because they're only learning, defenders learning proper defense, and not all of them really even learn that. But like, if you don't know as a forward even to do this properly, you're an easy target to beat. And you're an easy target to not complete the pressure cover. Sideways, low. Why low? Because you can easy start. Like when you're lower, easy start to sprint. If you're higher, turning around, like, you see that Shamli up there, when he's turning his whole body around, he's standing tall, it takes a while for him to recover, while the other player is straight running in. Who has the advantage? Guy who has to turn around to run, or the guy who's running straight to the ball? So I have 2 bad knees. If I'm running straight, I'm faster than you're going backwards. Doesn't matter if you're the fastest guy on the planet. We have some defenders that more worried about watching, like doing some abs, in their phones with flashy soccer players making money for abs, doing those. Ask questions, make yourself better. I agree with Kate. More you watch these kind of sessions, and I think these are golden. We're going to get rid of all this in Facebook. It's going to be only for Gala players available. and you guys can watch it anytime after a while. We just have it public right now, but it's not going to be public after a while. YouTube page is going to be just for Gala players too. So these are great for you guys to keep going back and watch it. And when somebody, like, I would recommend this, like, let's just say we go back to practice and the coach says, you need to go sideways, you need to do a better job. You get hearing that problem, right? And you have a subject that you can go to and watch the video, slow motion and stuff. And that's your own private training right there. I think what we are giving you guys, no other club is gonna give. We have a huge video collection of exactly what we want. Now we're completing all of that with thank God to our coaches and our players asking questions. I'm making it very clear. And honestly, for people that complain about, oh, we're not training, so I don't want to pay thing, you're getting more out of these sessions than I honestly do training sessions up there. Because I can't reach everybody individually every time. But this is like you personally learning straight up from me and straight up from our coaches. It's a big deal, guys. Take advantage of it. All right, I'm not seeing any more concerns and questions. Thanks for tonight. I appreciate you guys. It was a great session. I thought, and if you have any feedback, let me know to make it better. If you have any concerns, let me know. Wednesday, we're going to be working on offensive moves, especially center mid and forward moves and movement. And we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff there. Thank you, guys.